Did you know that over 60% of engine failures are caused by using the wrong oil or bad oil maintenance? Yeah, that's right. All oils are not created equal. What if I told you that the engine oil you're using right now might be harming your engine instead of protecting it? Using the right oil can make your engine run like new again, while using the wrong one can lead to complete engine failure. In this video, we are going to debunk most common engine oil myths that silently are killing your engine. We will also discuss the best oil suited for your engine. Stick around because this video will help your engine run stronger, longer, and better than ever. Let's dive in. Myth number 1, you must change your oil every 3,000 miles. This might be the most stubborn myth in car maintenance history, and it's way past its expiration date. The 3,000-mile oil change rule was true decades ago, when oil quality was poor and engines weren't nearly as efficient. But thanks to modern engineering and synthetic oil technology, most cars today can easily go 5,000, 7,500, or even 10,000 miles between oil changes. Changing oil too frequently is not only unnecessary, but also wastes money and resources. Instead of following an arbitrary mileage number, check your owner's manual for the manufacturer's recommended oil change interval. If you drive in extreme conditions like towing, stop-and-go traffic, or excessive idling, you may need to change oil more frequently, but 3,000 miles is rarely required anymore. Myth number 2, dark oil means it needs to be changed. This one tricks a lot of people because black oil looks very nasty. But here's the truth. Dark doesn't mean dirty, and it definitely doesn't mean it's time for a change. Engine oil turns dark as it absorbs carbon, heat, and microscopic sludge, which is exactly what it's supposed to do. Oil turning dark means your oil is doing its job. If your oil stayed clear forever, it might actually mean it's not doing its job. So unless it's thick like syrup, gritty, or smells burnt, don't panic over the color. But if it's just dark and still smooth, you don't need to panic. Modern oils are formulated to stay effective even as they change color. Instead of judging by looks, check your mileage, follow your manufacturer's service interval, or read your oil life monitor if your car has one. Myth number 3, once you switch to synthetic oil, you can't go back. This myth came from a time when early synthetic oils weren't compatible with seals in older engines. That's ancient history now. With the technology improvement, you can now switch back and forth between conventional and synthetic oil with no harm to your engine. The key is to stick with the manufacturer's recommended viscosity and standards. The only exception is if your car specifically requires full synthetic, then you should keep using it. But otherwise, switching won't damage your engine or cause leaks. In fact, synthetic blends are just that, a mix of both, and they're perfectly safe. The only thing that matters is using clean, high-quality oil on time. Myth number 4, synthetic oil causes leaks. This myth started back when early synthetic oils had different additives that could affect seals, but modern synthetic oils are engineered to be fully compatible with engine seals and gaskets. If you notice leaks after switching to synthetic, it's not the oil's fault. It's likely exposing existing issues like worn-out seals. In fact, synthetic oil can even help prevent leaks by reducing sludge that clogs tiny passages. It's also better at resisting breakdown and protecting engine parts under high temperatures. So if your engine is leaking, it needs maintenance, not a change back to conventional oil. Don't blame synthetic for problems that were already there. Myth number 5, topping off oil is as good as changing it. Topping off your oil is good for maintaining the right level, but it's not a substitute for a full oil change. Over time, oil accumulates dirt, moisture, metal shavings, and byproducts of combustion that reduce its effectiveness. Adding a quart of new oil doesn't magically clean the old stuff, it just dilutes the problem temporarily. The detergents and additives in oil also break down over time, reducing their ability to protect your engine. Only a complete drain and filter replacement can reset your engine's protection back to 100%. Topping off is fine if you're in a pinch, but if you never do full changes, then you are just masking a bigger problem. If you are enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips and tips. Let's move forward. Now let's break down the main types of oils so you can make the best choice for your car. 1. Conventional motor oil. Conventional motor oil is derived directly from refined crude oil and has been the standard lubricant for internal combustion engines for decades. It's the most basic form of engine oil and contains fewer additives than synthetic options, making it cheaper but less refined. This oil provides adequate protection for older, simpler engine designs that don't demand high-performance lubrication. However, it breaks down faster under high temperatures and heavy loads, which means you'll need more frequent oil changes. It is best suited for vehicles with low mileage and those that are not subjected to harsh driving conditions. 2. Synthetic motor oil. Synthetic oil is engineered in labs, and it is created by chemically modifying petroleum components or using entirely synthetic-based stocks. This allows it to have a very uniform molecular structure, which improves lubrication, reduces friction, and enhances overall engine efficiency. It performs exceptionally well in both extremely cold and hot conditions, maintaining its viscosity better than conventional oil. Synthetic oil also contains additives that help clean the engine, reduce sludge, and extend engine life. Because of its superior stability, synthetic oil can last up to 10,000 to 15,000 miles between changes, depending on the brand and vehicle requirements. It is highly recommended for high-performance, turbocharged, or newer engines where precision and reliability are critical. 3. Synthetic blend motor oil. Synthetic blend oil, also known as semi-synthetic, is a mix of synthetic and conventional base oils. It offers better performance and protection than conventional oil, particularly in terms of resistance to oxidation, heat, and engine wear. This type of oil is ideal for drivers who want a performance boost without the full cost of synthetic oil. It's often used in trucks and SUVs that may haul heavy loads or endure more stress than the average sedan. Synthetic blends still require regular oil changes, but often last longer than conventional oil alone. 4. High-mileage motor oil. High-mileage oil is specifically formulated for vehicles with over 75,000 miles on the odometer. It contains unique additives like seal conditioners, which help rejuvenate aging engine seals and reduce oil leaks. The detergents and dispersants in high-mileage oil also help clean out sludge and deposits that may have built up over time. This type of oil is usually available in both synthetic and synthetic blend varieties, depending on your preference and budget. It's ideal for cars that have been maintained reasonably well, but are starting to show signs of aging internally. Now, are you unable to understand these numbers written on your oil bottle? Let me help you to understand these numbers. The numbers written on an engine oil container, such as 5W30 or 10W40, basically represent the viscosity rating of the oil as defined by the Society of Automotive Engineers, SAE. These numbers indicate how the oil flows at different temperatures and how well it protects the engine in both cold and hot conditions. In this number, the word W stands for winter, and the number before it represents the oil's viscosity at low temperatures. A lower number means the oil stays thinner in cold weather. For example, in 5W30, the 5W means the oil remains fluid at lower temperatures compared to a 10W30 oil, which would be thicker in the cold. The number that comes after W indicates the oil's viscosity at operating temperature, that is around 100 degrees Celsius. A higher number means the oil is thicker when hot. For instance, 5W30 and 10W30 have the same thickness when hot, but 10W40 is thicker at high temperatures than 10W30, offering more protection for high performance or older engines. That's all for this video. Hit that like button if you learned something new, and drop a comment with the oil myth you used to believe. See you in the next video.